What is up? Welcome back. Do you like to do it, build it, or make it?
So do we.
We have a new video each week. Welcome back to another Test Cut Tuesday. I would say it right under the wire, but we're still printing. This is what we're doing today. This is a design that started at like 1 o'clock. It was a scribble on a piece of paper. I mean, some artwork on a piece of paper.
I have an even better one, but we didn't get it done in time. So this is today's Test Cut Tuesday.
We almost had it done in time, but then we had some network issues.
I mean, it was 3:41, and we still had no internet connectivity on the laptop that's running the live right now, and it was very stressful. But we got it. Shoo, we got it.
Yeah, I like to keep it close.
All right, let me see here.
I'm gonna check out.
Yeah, you say hello because I can't find my comments here.
See if I got my mirror. Let's see. Oh, am I frozen? No, I was just that still. All right, let's see who we got.
Which never happens.
I see Maria S., who was here like an hour early. I see Tyra, Jerry, Lois, Ingrid, Diablo HVAC, 96 in Birch. That's Angie. I see Kim Lance. What's up, Kim? I see Trudy with Vans Chat. You finally made it. I see Mariah, Debbie, Anita, Kat, and Kate. The doctor is in the house. I see Anthony Edwards, Teresa, Ann, Scott, Jen B, Chris with Minnesota Makes. Is that Nija? Samuel? I'm butchering it. I see Louise, Christine, Veronica, Ray, Janet, Orion's Oasis Designs. I like it. I'm going to have to see a big logo. I see Donna, Marnie. See, my text is gray on black, and I am of that age. I see Jen with J&H Style. I see David. I see, was it? We're just saying Justin Jacobs. I see Richard, Sandra. I see Haley and Matt, Kevin and Penny, Tom, Ashton, Hog Dog Creation. What is up, Hog Dog Creations? I see Lisa, Cassandra, Alan, Amy Burke, Chantel. What's up, Chantel? I see George, True Crime Junkie. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
I see Nori, Louise, Nancy. Oh, it's going. Oh, my mirror went black. Sorry. If you heard your name, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't hear your name, I need a triple thumbs up. Let me know that you didn't hear your name.
That was perfect timing because just when you finished, I was able to see the comments. I don't know. Can you guys hear the printer back there running? I hope it isn't too loud. It's really very quiet, but I don't know how much you can hear it.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
What do you got going on here?
I'm hanging out, stringing it along.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Garrett almost killed himself this morning.
I got in a fight. Stepped out of the house right into a fight. It was me and a Chevy Tahoe. Chevy Tahoe kicked my butt.
Totally won this round.
Knocked me on my butt.
Yes, so we're not exactly sure what happened.
I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah,
Kim might know and is not saying anything.
You definitely don't know what happened. He had put something in the back of the Tahoe so the hatch was up, and then I came around and I was like, oh, well, let me close the hatch because I knew he had gone back inside. So I pushed the close button, went around and got in the passenger seat of the car. And then next thing I know, I don't know how much time elapsed, 5 seconds, 30 seconds,
well,
I'm not even sure.
I ran into the house and I was coming back out of the house.
Like top speed, right?
Top speed. I was doing a brisk walk and I was cutting around the end of the Tahoe, the back end of the Tahoe. And then I was getting up off of the ground.
Yes. back hatch was either in the process of closing or only closed halfway. I'm not really sure. All I know is that he literally hit the corner of it with the top of his head. You must have been looking down or something.
I was just motoring around the corner.
And then I had just gotten in the car, and Grace was behind me, and Grace said, well, I know I had said, what was that? And then Grace said, oh my God, he's on the ground. And I jumped out of the car and went around back, and he was just getting up going, trying to figure out what in the world just happened.
A lot of F words. I do remember that. But I did not spill my coffee.
No, that is funny because I went to pick up your coffee and what else? Something else you had in your hand.
Oh, that's what I ran in the house to grab was my coffee, and I was scooting around holding my coffee.
And I picked it up and I looked around and I was like, wow, I didn't even spill any. So I did have that same thought, is that you didn't spill the coffee.
I knew what was important, even though I was blacked out.
Oh my God, I was so scared for a minute.
I made him lose consciousness.
I made him get in the passenger seat. He was not
sucker
driving.
Punched me.
I was like, no, just get over there in my seat. Because usually he drives in and I drive home. We have a little
she
plan.
drives out.
Yes, and so today I just was like, get in the passenger seat, sit there. There's no way you're driving right yet. I don't even know if you know how many fingers I'm holding up right now. Here, you want a little paint?
14.
14. Okay.
Was this going to be off-white?
No, I saw that you had.
I did.
Your design had an off-white backer, but I didn't love that. So.
You didn't love it?
Now, I do know that the trees, so these are the Christmas cake trees, and I have been wanting to do a design with these Christmas cake trees.
Did you guys see our story today?
Oh, my design?
Yeah.
My design?
You guys need to see what kind of designs I get. She's like, today, I don't know what time, I forgot, 10:30 maybe. I was like, oh, wait, today's Tuesday.
I knew it was Tuesday.
Yeah, she's like, I knew it was Tuesday. I got some designs in the works.
Yeah, I got some stuff for you. You're going to be fine.
Yeah, I have some stuff for you. I have some designs in the works. They're just scribbles on a piece of paper. Are they in here?
No, they're not. Moving along.
Anyway.
It's
not like I start with a pretty rounded out design.
You did for the second version of this sign.
I did with the second version that you gave me at like 2:30.
He was like, that's not happening today. I was like, why? All right, so I have a second version of this that
It'll come out tonight, Sam.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, do we have anything happening tonight?
No.
Last night we had to go to a birthday party. Oh, hey.
Friends.
I'm looking.
I don't see him.
I'm looking.
He's looking for Christian. I'm pretty sure that's who you're looking for.
All right, well. Yep, don't see him. Christian. Happy birthday. I'll see you when you pop in.
Christian's birthday was on Sunday, so we gave him a little happy birthday. Maybe he'll pop in here
Sunday?
before the
I thought it
end.
was yesterday.
No, yesterday was the 9th. His birthday's on the 8th.
Oh. I saw it late then.
Yes, you saw it a little late.
I'm not a Facebooker.
What else? So what was I saying? The designs.
Oh, the other design. I'll get it out tonight.
So I've been really wanting to do a Christmas tree cake design, and the problem is this one's hard to do in a 3D version, and so we can put the Christmas tree cake, like the red icing, in what? Oh, good call. I could do the red icing in some MDF layers, but they'll sit up real high, and you know they're going to break. I mean, that's what happens.
They're about 1/8 of an inch. I measured them.
So they're just going to break off.
Just break off.
When you try and
break them off.
Transport them anywhere. So then I was like, okay, do we make them in layers? So we cut them so that they all are on the same layer, but you just assemble them together. And Garrett said that's way too many pieces to lose.
Yeah.
So I have been
Truth.
hesitant to do anything with the Christmas tree cakes because I don't know how a good way to make them in 3D. So you guys can help me if you've got any ideas today. But what I can do
cutouts. We could also do cutouts.
is a printout. So I did the printout today where I can add the printout on top of the MDF pieces here. So I can add this transfer on top of this. And that'll give us what we want. So we're going to do that, but we also have this so that you can draw it. Basically, the score marks are there. You can use a red marker, and then you could use a green marker to actually create the icing and the.
I mean, it's supposed to be icing.
And the
doesn't need to be perfect.
Sprinkles. That's what I'm trying to say.
This isn't the Bake Off show. What's that Bake Off show?
Yeah, what is the Bake Off show?
This isn't Is It Cake? What is it?
Oh, guess who made it? Christian, you just missed your
Oh,
happy
yeah.
birthdays.
Hold up. Happy birthday, Christian. Everybody now.
Oh, he
Everybody
said I'm
come.
here. He must have heard us just as we were starting.
All right, these are the green Great Escape.
Yes,
We're escaping this thing.
we're going to escape this thing.
With
Let's
some
see.
Pina coladas.
Kevin and Penny says, so glad you're okay. Let me go back to the top, see if I missed anything good up here.
It's just another reason that I hate that Tahoe.
Garrett only complains about the Chevy Tahoe that we have. Well, I mean, it's only 4 years old, and we've already replaced the starter, the...
Alternator.
Did we replace the alternator? No, something else.
Yeah, no, it was alternator first.
And then the
'cause
starter.
that was
Yeah,
the whole
because then
battery
I
thing.
was like,
Yeah.
what? Isn't this the same thing?
Mhm.
I mean, I knew they weren't the same thing, but weren't they somehow related to one another? And he said no, which I don't know.
Our four-wheel drive has trouble in leaves. It does, right? That's why you're laughing.
It slipped. It slips. I don't know. Maybe you guys know this. I've never really owned a four-wheel drive vehicle, but if this thing has any kind of slippage, the whole steering messes up for a minute until it gets back in alignment with itself. It's so. I'm
It's all
afraid.
crazy.
I'm really afraid to take it off. No.
I feel like it's
Get
gonna
anywhere
tip
older.
over.
That thing looks crusty. Wonder how long. I should put dates on the bags. I forget.
Now I have a Ford Flex, and I try to get loose in that thing, and I can't.
Just. Lori says she loves the design. Diablo HVAC says they can't wait to make this one. This is all in the beginning.
The other was just as cute. Cute little guy.
96 and Birch also has Realtor Life. Will be here as soon as I'm done.
No, realtor life.
Kim Lance, the Realtor Life's made it.
Yeah, I heard they're busy too. Realtor
Oh,
life.
and Mariah made it.
Mariah had a question. about-
Anthony's here, but he'll be back. He had to go to UPS.
I get it.
Oh my gosh, Chris says it's 22 degrees in northern Minnesota and the lakes are freezing up.
Oh no, no thanks. No thanks. No.
Louise is here from Sydney, Australia.
It was 34 here the other day, and I was complaining a lot. There was
Oh
a
my
lot
gosh.
of complaining.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you should have seen him setting up for this week's craft show. We had a really cold snap, which is coming back, but I think when we set up for the show,
It was 34.
was it 34?
34 and windy.
It wasn't even below freezing yet.
Oh,
And he was throwing a fit about how he hates the craft shows. He hates loading the trailer. It's too cold to do this right now. It was he was throwing that fit before we loaded the trailer. And then when we got to the venue and unloading the trailer, we were actually parked pretty darn close to the door. And he was still complaining. It's not like we had to travel down across the parking lot. We were just down the sidewalk, probably 10 spaces. You see him
Oh,
laughing?
20.
I hope you can see him because now I know he's embarrassed at how ridiculous he was acting.
was it ridiculous?
It was ridiculous to the point there that after everything got in and we put the grass down and the standers up. I was like, why don't you go heat up the car? That's what I told him. Why don't you go heat up the car and get the car nice and warm? I'm just going to hang a few of these hangers, and I'll meet you out there.
Oh, she says that, but I got in the car about the same time you did.
No, you didn't.
I had to unhook the trailer.
It was 1,000 degrees in the car when I got in there. It was probably 80 degrees inside the car. It was so
unhooking
hot.
the trailer.
And luckily, I mean, the show was indoors, so we had nothing to complain about after that.
Nope.
Yeah, it was just.
And then on Sunday it was 64 degrees.
And then yes, thank goodness, load out when we unpacked everything. It was 64 degrees, so it was
Although
super
somebody
nice.
hit our car on the way out.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Do I call the insurance company?
Yeah, she said to.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look for that. I don't know where
I
that.
told her accidents happen.
Oh, you texted it to me. Great. I was thinking I put it on a post-it note.
I gave her my phone. I said, here, text this number, all that stuff you just said.
Love them little Debbie trees. Not to eat them, but to sell them. Right.
True.
Although that's funny we're doing this because Tanner grabbed some of these at lunch today when we were at the grocery store. He grabbed a box of them.
I tried to connect as many letters as I could and keep it readable.
Let me see. Let me go on back down. Hog Dog. How was last weekend? We have one more this weekend, and craft fairs are done for the year. Thank God we need a break. Same.
Yes, same.
That was our last one, and yes, we are happy. We didn't even do that many, but I am happy to have that over with for the year so that I could focus on cleaning out the store, you know, getting all the orders fulfilled, and just kind of catching up in general. Because I've only purchased one Christmas gift so far. What is this, the 10th of December? One present. That's it.
My shopping's practically done.
How much shopping do you do? Do you really?
A lot.
Yeah, you're really working hard on.
Some would say shopaholic.
Oh, Naughty Craft says brand new Patreon member as of this morning. So excited.
Oh, welcome.
Reagan. Her name is Reagan. Can
Reagan?
you remember that?
Totally.
Naughty Reagan.
Naughty Reagan.
Reagan Naughty Crafts. Have we done halftone inlays yet?
Oh, what does that mean?
I don't even know what that means.
Explain yourself. This is all red, right?
Are you you're not gonna put the insides back in. You're just doing the letters, right? Yes.
Yeah, I'm just doing the letters.
Yes, all the letters are red, so that'll make that easy. Oh, I just balled this up. Oops.
Oh, I was saving it.
I know. I totally could have saved it. What a waste.
Yeah. Be a little more eco-friendly, Kim.
Right? What a waste.
Arm.
I see Chris answered Justin about what rollers to get. Bunch of happy birthdays, Christian. Let me keep moving. Ingrid sent some links. Thank you, Ingrid. You're awesome. Tyra's working on getting ready for a show this Saturday.
Yeah. Shows are wrapping up.
Punchy says, yeah, we did a show on Saturday and it was 26 degrees when we loaded the truck and still in the 20s when we got there.
And how much complaining did you guys do? I'm sure.
Probably not nearly as much as Garrett did.
I will show you how to do it. I will show you how to complain like a pro.
He was such a... You just didn't even engage him. You just let him... It's one of those that you just let him cry it out.
You start with
tucker
terms
themselves
like...
out. That's what I was doing, and waiting for him to tucker himself out.
You just start with terms like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. This is why I hate craft shows. Really? Because how many cold ones do you really do?
I think at some point
Rarely.
I said, I only want to do spring and summer shows.
You did. Yes, you did. Trudy says, I'm with Garrett. I absolutely hate the winter here in Michigan. Oh my gosh, yes.
See, that's what I'm saying. I started in Michigan. I've been working my way south.
Lois says, get over it, Garrett. Put your big boy panties on with your thermals. Right? He didn't even have socks on or anything. That's what I told him. I was like, you know what you need?
Yeah.
You need high top Vans or something for Christmas that you can keep your little ankles warm.
Because I don't like big coats either, so I may complain, but then I just double hoodie. That's my big coat. And then I complain it's cold. I understand it's my fault. Let me have this.
Kim Lance says the same thing. LOL, Garrett and Mike sound the same. Our last show was this past weekend. Over 50 signs and 24 toppers sold. Nice
Good
job.
job.
Round of applause, Kim Lance. And she said we were outside and he was ready to be done setting up, tearing down till spring. He was throwing a fit.
Totally.
At least theirs was outside. Could you imagine being
No.
outside? No, because he can't imagine.
No.
Because when we did do the winter show,
I quit.
he went and sat in the truck.
I quit. I gave you my 2 weeks notice. and then I terminated myself immediately.
Oh, hey, I see debonder down here. Does debonder debond MDF to MDF or just fingers? I don't know. Has
It
anybody
will. We
answer that?
have. It gets smushy though, because it also debonds your paint.
Well,
the paint gets
not really.
smushy.
Maybe over time. But I will tell you what happened to me on
I'm not sticking to the table anymore.
Thursday. Well, is it the tape? What's happening?
I think it's the table.
It's the table.
Whoever washed it last didn't rinse it well.
So on Thursday, we were putting together one of the military special order sign where they wanted all of the squadron signs that we usually do.
I wish you guys could have been here. It was sign inception. I tried to make a quick little video.
It was one of the signs had 4 of the other signs, but looked like the big sign. So it was like sign and a sign and a sign. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was a sign and a sign and a sign.
But we were putting it all together, and I actually used the DTF printer to create all of the squadron signs for the outside.
Because they were only 2 inches.
Yeah, they were tiny little guys.
These giant signs that are usually 18 inches. He's like, and can we shrink them all down?
I want all of them shrunk down and to go around the outside. And I was like,
and
what?
I want the whole thing to be only 18 inches.
Yes, and I want,
I was
yes.
like, what?
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
So we
baggies back here?
Well, we UV printed each of the signs on the outside, but I had to. Luckily, he did have the score marks on there, so I knew where each one of them went, which was great. But then, just as I was finishing up, you know how it goes. Just at the very end,
The last piece, the ring around the outside.
Yes, yes. The outside ring was the last thing going on, and I know to be careful not to oblong that thing. Don't squeeze it at all. Just try and lay it down gently. But somehow I think I squeezed it, and then I had to try and fix it. But I guess, you know, if you put just a little bit of glue, if you don't want to put too much glue, you don't want to put too little glue. And I think on this left-hand side, I must have had just a little bit of glue, because by the time it's set down, once I set it down, it was there. It was stuck. And when I realized it was off-centered a little bit and tried to pick the ring back up, it would not come up. It would not come up. And I was like, Garrett, help me. And so he actually made things worse. I was like,
I
go
came
away.
in and wrecked shop.
He did.
And
He
then
did.
walked away.
He did. And he walked away. I was like, oh my God, I don't want, this was the last piece of the sign I have spent so much
Put a
time
fingerprint on it.
He did. He put a glue fingerprint on it and then just left. And luckily Tanner came in. He was
Just
patient.
leave.
He was patient enough to help me, and we got everything corrected. But it still had that glue fingerprint on there, and I was like, I can't leave this glue print on here.
That's right. They'll know who made it. There's my
they have
signature.
They would be able to, it's like my whole fingerprint. They could. See
It wasn't
who I
just a
am.
glue fingerprint. Was out working on the lasers, so
It was a dirty glue
it had
fingerprint.
Yeah, it had all the soot fingerprint with the super glue.
So I said, what am I going to do? And I was like, do I try and sand it off with a sanding stick? I knew if I painted over it, you were still going to see the texture. I just didn't know what to do. And it was Tanner who was patient enough that said, have you tried debonder on it? I was like, I don't know. what's the debonder going to do? Is it going to take off the paint? So luckily I tried it on a test piece and it seemed to work. So I put a little.
That wasn't paint.
No. So I put a little debonder on top of the glue.
I think that's why it worked.
It allowed the glue to soften up, and then I used a piece of tape to actually pull it up, because at that point the glue gets smushy and stringy. So I used tape to pull it off like a glue on a price tag or something, and I was able to get it right off. So long-winded story. If you get glue on something, use a debonder to soften that glue, and then use tape to pull the glue residue up.
The glue residue.
It worked. It worked. I saved the sign. After all of that, I saved the sign. Thank goodness, because I was like, please don't tell me, after putting all of this together, all these individual letters on it, and the engraving had to be exact. Everything had to be exact, and I just thought I'd mess up the very last thing.
We used 3 machines to do that. We used the Eon, the UV printer, and then the P2.
The P2 did the engraving, yes. Yeah. So I did all that talking, but Punchy says she was in a cold show. She never complained, but her daughter did. She helps me in every event. We took the propane heater and it ran out of propane. So she called her father and he told her to embrace the cold.
My propane heater ran out one time.
And guess what? He went and sat in the car.
Sure did.
Lori said Gil was having a rough morning on Saturday too. Must have been a morning for the guys to quit. Oh, Scott. Yeah, Scott. Let's talk about it. Did you say up here?
Thing back in here.
What happened? You got some drama?
Yeah, my thing fell out. Oh, I got it.
Did you see Scott's post that his tent went flying and he lost some inventory, lost the tent, just a big gust of wind, even though he had weights on it?
I saw that about the time a customer came up. And then I put my phone down and I forgot to come back.
Forgot to come back.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember seeing it too.
So, how much did you lose? How far did your tent go flying? We saw somebody's tent go flying. It was our neighbor's tent one day.
Jen B, yes, we did. Jen said, ooh, you did a sign for an air wing. We did.
Yeah, we did.
All the wing, all the units, all the squadrons, everything was on there.
Yeah, we had
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was cool though. But when he was commissioning it or talking to us about it, I was imagining it 36, 48 inches wide.
Well,
And
that was his
like
original design.
18.
He was like, I want it huge. I want to put it on the wall, in the hallway, yada, yada. And I was like, okay, great. Then he messages me later and says, somebody's leaving and we want to get her a going away gift. Can we get the 48 incher shrunk down to 18? I said, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I will try. But we did it. We pulled through.
The other one that we did with all the sub-squadrons or whatever, where we had to actually laser cut paint and put them all together, the 6 inches, the little 6-inch signs on the big 36-inch sign.
Yes.
That was a pain in the butt.
That one was, well, we didn't want to do that again. It was so difficult. And it was very expensive for that guy because I had to charge him for each of the individual small ones plus the putting together the big one. It was a whole thing. Yes, thanks. 131 watching now. 48 thumbs up if you're watching and we're not boring you to death.
And
give
your
us a thumbs
got
up.
nothing to do.
Click that thumbs up. Show us some love. Helps out the channel. We appreciate it.
It lets the YouTube know that you're enjoying what you're seeing, and it'll let other people know to come hang out with us.
What color are the words? Cussing Crimson.
Cussing Crimson. I should put the bags out here.
Yeah, the bag should be out here. We're almost out of red, I see. I mean, almost out of white. I said red because I was looking for this. There you are. Can you guys see it? Yeah, I think so. Cussing Crimson, Ash Avenger. This one's pretty easy. Great Escape. Which you had the bag. Where'd it go? Oh, it's under there.
I hit it.
There you go. Where is Helen?
Where is Helen?
Where is Helen? Helen. I will reach out to Helen and see if we can find out where she is. I know that she's okay though. So
Yeah.
if anyone's worried about Helen, she's all right. We just have to get her back here. I know that she got a new job, so maybe she can't join us at 4 o'clock in the middle of her work day anymore. Actually, for her, wasn't it 1 o'clock or
Yeah.
something like that? It was in the middle of her work day, right in the middle of her work day. Alan wants to know, where would the puzzle piece go on this design?
Alan, I was wondering the same thing.
Well, what you could do is instead of you could just put this piece back in to this banner piece,
True.
have it another layer,
Yeah.
and Christmas trees will sit on top, and then you could puzzle piece it right there.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Oh, David Copeland gave us an update. Halftone inlays are 1-bit photos inlaid in 2 different wood colors. I'm trying to do one for a client this week.
Oh.
Was hoping you had a video of it. Thanks for all your tips. We don't have a video of that.
But that sounds fun.
Yeah, but
I'm
sounds
in.
like a video we should do. Kevin and Penny says, I glued the bottom gun kid on the "You'll Shoot Your Eye Out" sign off center. No fixing it, and I have to wait for more rounds to complete the order. Oh, I know. Doesn't it kill you? You get all the way through, and then suddenly something is. Well, I will tell you,
Do you
and
know
you
how
didn't
many-
you didn't notice it, and so I didn't say anything, and no one else has said anything, but I'll give you my secret. What I think was a mess up on the one we did, the Inception one,
Yeah.
I felt like was a little bit crooked.
Yes, I saw that too.
You saw that too. Well, that
Uh-huh.
one was tricky.
And I said maybe it's only my artistic eye that notices that imperfection. I will let it slide.
Oh, you didn't say anything. Thank
Yeah.
goodness, because I'd probably had a meltdown at that point because it was already done and I had fixed the ring. But it's a round one. The rest of them had some shapes to it, so you couldn't mess them up. But it was just a round score mark. So I tried to get it perfect. I was paying attention, trying to get it perfectly vertical. But by the time I moved on and came back, I was like, uh-oh, I feel like that's crooked just a hair. It's just like a notch off. But it was glued down at that point. There was no fixing that thing.
Ain't nobody.
Oh my gosh. Brett says the show we were at this weekend had the AC on and it was 20 degrees outside.
What? I would have
That
had
was
some.
yeah, you'd have thought you'd have
Yes,
been
I
throwing a
would've
fit
thrown a
inside.
I would have lost it.
Oh, good. Scott says about 15 feet is where the tent went, and only lost 2 signs. Everything else is at the painted tree selling like crazy.
Those are amateur numbers. We've lost more than that in a wind gust.
Well, luckily not the tent. Not a tent though.
No,
but we have been at shows and seen tents go rolling like tumbleweeds down the middle of an aisle.
Yeah. Oh, our neighbor that one time when the tornado came, their tent
Yes.
just went. Shoo. That tent must have gone 50 feet.
That thing just went. Oh my God.
It was like a rocket. It was shoo. It like made the shoo noise. It was like shoo. And gone. It
But
was gone.
Garrett-
And the lady was standing there like, where'd my tent go? But I was holding on to our tent. I
Yes.
was literally hanging from it.
Hanging from it. Yes, that was scary because I was like, you're going to have to let go. Otherwise, you're going to end up going with this thing. Yeah, that was that time the tornado, it was the whole tornado warning in your area. Take cover. And I was
Right
like,
after
oh my
her
God.
tent left, that lady came out of the building and started yelling, "There's a tornado warning, get in here."
I was like, let it go. But we were able to collapse it real quick and
Yeah.
put it under an overhang and then go in to safety. Yes, Jen said, yes, us West Coasters are smack in the middle of the workday, LOL.
Yeah. We thought about moving it. I offered up like Sundays at 7 or something.
Oh, Lisa said I was worried about her too, Helen, and she reached out to make sure she was okay.
Oh.
Lori
Good.
said, yes, Kim, only the creator knows. Lori, sometimes I remember you saying that, and that rings in my head. I'm like, okay, only we'll know, only we'll know. And Garrett with his perfect pitch, or whatever you are, your perfect eye.
A perfect eye. Kim. Perfect pitch is something else. Whole other conversation.
Yes, Mariah, I did. You know what I use? Mariah said, that's nothing, Mariah says she uses this thing and this plastic tip to get pieces off.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've used,
I love that spatula.
this
thing right there.
spatula does a great job because it's so thin and you can kind of get it in there. Tanner is amazing at it. He will hold it from one end and take a hammer and hammer it in there as far as it'll go, just to try and break the seal that's holding it. I mean, if it's down all the way around, if the glue has really...
If I glued it, that's it. It's not coming up.
It does get, you know, but occasionally, if it is still like wet on the inside and only the outsides are dry enough to hold it, you could pop the whole piece off and be good to go, but not always. Wow, you really went in deep with the black paint. How much are you painting there?
A lot. It's gonna be a lot of area over here. Gotta go the distance.
Oh, Christian gave an update on Helen too. He's heard from Helen. Her new job is very demanding in her personal life, and her shows have her beyond busy and not able to be around right now. I'm hoping she will come back.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
She's like one of the kids. They gotta go
Yeah.
off and do their thing.
Got to go off and do their own thing, and then they'll be
back when it's slow.
December challenge. All right, Ingrid. Ingrid, you're awesome. So we talked about, did we want to do any kind of a challenge for this month? And I know you guys have probably already painted some signs. So
Not too bad.
no, I mean, you can use one of the ones you've already painted is what I'm thinking. So what do you guys want to do? Give me a vote. The suggestion was that we use the new ornaments. You know, we just did where we shrunk the ornaments, and a lot of you guys have made them. Do you guys want to post versions of your ornaments and use the ornaments as this month's colorway challenge?
Or if you can shrink down any of the other ones.
And we
Go for
did,
it.
you know, we did the Noel. There's a little Noel.
I put
Merry
a
Christmas.
super long Adobe Illustrator little tutorial on how to do the Believe one.
Or do we just do any of the Christmas signs? I mean, give me your vote. We'll decide. We'll decide before we end this Test Cut Tuesday, because I guess we really didn't do one in November, but we did in October. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to get the names. What happened?
We had the names.
No, you thought we had the names, but we didn't. Draw for October. I have my note right here, and I didn't do it.
That's because that note is a horrible place to note.
But I promise I will draw for October and let someone know. Nothing in November, but we can save December. I mean, if the ornaments, we don't feel like there are enough makes of the
Stay
ornaments.
with me, Red. Sorry.
Garrett is blowing air into the bag, and the more air you put in the bag, the more room it's going to have to shake up. Easier it is to shake up.
So you just put your lips right on there. You give it a little taste to make sure it tastes okay, and then you blow into it. No, don't touch it.
Anyway, the other option is, do we just say any K&G sign, any Christmas K&G sign, and we do that, and you post it and tag it.
And mark it with a
Foxy
B.
Hughes CC Colorway Challenge for December. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That came quick. Mariah said, I feel so sneaky when I put up pieces I consider messed up at the paint-a-tree, but they always sell, so I guess it wasn't that bad. That's what I say about the craft show signs. You know, if somebody orders, what I'm going to say, I mean, no, what I'm thinking is, or what I'm trying to say is, if you order a finished sign for me, out of my store, it's going to be perfect when I send it to you. True. But if I have made a sign and there's something
imperfections.
Yeah, and there's something I don't feel like is perfect, but it's not that bad, it's not clearly obvious.
Someone will love it.
Right. I just go ahead and hang it up at the craft show, and if it sells, it sells. And half the time I forget which one had the issue by the time I get there. But I do, if it's hanging and they can see it and they've chosen that sign, then they either saw it or they were okay with it, is how I feel. So it's kind of like your deal with a painted tree. Kelly says, hello from Fresno.
Hello in Fresno.
Lori said, Kim, every time your phone dings, I think it's mine. I know. I don't know why it's like ringing off the hook, but it's not the same number, so it's just everybody decided to call at one time. I don't even know where I put it now.
These aren't dry yet. I'm going to take these to the heat gun, and I think we're ready to put it together.
Oh, I guess so.
Take it to the heat
Why don't you just leave them
gun.
and start assembling the other things, or are
I
they
think
all dry
they
too?
need to be dry before we put the, before we put this transfer on it.
Well, give them to Tanner. Maybe he can do it.
Yeah, here. Where'd you go? Ollie, oxen free.
Lori, what did Lois say to Lori? We lost $500 in inventory on a weekend due to dropped merchandise, and then a motorized scooter came through. Oh yeah, it came through our indoor booth. I saw your response to Scott about that, Lori. That is crazy. And they didn't offer to pay for any of the merchandise. I mean, I guess they wouldn't, and the show wouldn't. You're just out. That's terrible. Hannah, did you see my paint wall on the Facebook page? Ended up doing labels on the sides with the color name, but they keep popping off. Ideas for other ways to label. I didn't. Is it the Facebook group page or the Patreon page? Where did my phone go? I could look real quick, but I don't even know what to do with it. I just had it. Oh, it's my watch that was going off. I guess my phone is on the other side over there.
Do you want to ask them about the K&G Make It Jamboree?
Sure. But I wanted to ask you, Hannah said, did you see my paint wall on the Facebook page? Did you see a paint wall on the Facebook page?
No. What does a paint wall look like?
I ended up doing labels on the sides with the color name, but they keep popping off. Any other ideas for a way to label?
Yes, UV.
Did anyone else
DTF.
see Hannah's post? And do you have recommendations? If you can look while we're here. Lori voted the ornaments. Kevin and Penny ornaments. Jen, any sign. Ornaments, 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 ornaments.
Looks like ornaments for the
To
way.
make this a transfer. Karen, yeah. So Karen, this is what we mentioned this earlier. We think the way to do this without, wow.
Hold on, it's coming.
It's kind of oozing out the sides there.
A little bit.
Made sure that thing wasn't coming apart.
That ain't coming apart. That ain't going nowhere.
Well, maybe you don't palm squeeze that glue. Just a little dab of glue.
You do glue like you like to do. I glue the way I do.
Karen Haddon wants to know if there's a way to do this without the transfers. And yes, what I was suggesting and what I was going to do if the transfers didn't get printed was, if you can see.
Well, we had two options. Option A, 1/8 inch.
I want to make sure, yeah. Yes, option A would be to cut the red stripes out of 1/8 inch and put those on, because if you put them in 1/4 inch, they're just going to break off. But in 1/8 inch, you could add that and then just do the sprinkles with a green marker. The other option is to do the whole thing with the marker. It does have the score marks for where the red icing would be, so you could just use your Posca marker, which the red one isn't here. I know I took it up front the other day. So you could use your Posca marker and just draw in and then just add the green sprinkles. So there's that way too.
Does that look like cake?
No. Cake would be more yellowish. It's like a, yes.
Whoa, that one's. I just need a cider cellar.
No, I'm thinking, what do you guys think for the cake piece of this? Garrett insisted it had to have a bite out of it. Well, I don't think this is going to work anyway because, oh, you got a little bit showing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I say gypsy gold.
Gypsy gold?
Yeah.
What kind of radioactive cake do you eat?
Which would you do the cake with?
Here, hold on.
Cider cellar or gypsy gold?
Cider cellar, gypsy gold.
The red is so bright. Really? I don't think so. I don't think it looks real bright. Maybe it looks bright on the screen.
What if we just leave it MDF color? Kind of looks like cake. Right?
Well, then that would be more like a whack bat wood. But who's going to eat brown cake?
Me. It's called chocolate.
Christmas tree cakes aren't chocolate. Oh, well maybe do it in a modified tube sock. Here you
Oh
go.
yeah, modified tube sock will work.
I like that.
Don't I have a...
Yes, that was it right there.
Oh, that's it?
Yep.
Oh, that looks... I thought that was like gray.
No.
Did I
This
knock
is
my
it.
rods
This is
and
it,
cones
Chia.
around?
Needs to be a light buttery yellow. Well, that's closer to cider cellar. Christian said it looks like powdered uranium concentrate.
Right? Uranium P32?
Yep, Jen said a mixture of modified tube sock with some cider cellar.
Yep, I see that now.
Are you gonna mix it on a plate?
Nope, I'm gonna mix it on my finger.
I don't love that idea.
Why? It's just a smidge, a little scooch.
Oh, on the Patreon page, Ingrid found it. Hannah's paint wall has the squeeze bottles of paint on shelves and Foxy Hughes bags under on top tier patron page.
Oop.
I would use the name of the paint in vinyl.
Maybe we could send you stickers.
Yeah, I think Hog Dog says the bummer part is the box only holds 6 of the big cakes. I think it only holds 5 because when we bought them last week, I had one.
What is this?
The cakes. How many cakes come in a box? There's only like 5 in a box.
Wait,
5
what
or
is
6
this
in a box.
about you when you bought them last week?
I bought them last week because it's Christmas time and we had to try them. And Tanner had one and I had one and Sarah had one, and then there were only 2 left in the box, and I gave Grace one, and then I don't know where the other one went. It wasn't me. That's not bad.
Right? Oh, looks like cake.
There's your buttery yellow.
I'd
You
eat
got
it.
it. Hannah says, thanks for the ideas. It says FOE.
Alright, I'm gonna glue this sucker down.
She says, I need to get over my OCD of seeing the clear tape. Hannah's wall is gorgeous, very colorful. Oh man, I need to go around and
now
get
I
mine.
gotta go see it.
Uh-huh.
Other
I wonder if
people
I
are
can pull
raving
it.
about it.
My phone is over here. I can grab it.
Where's my phone?
I know where it is. It's just far away.
This microchip life is killing me.
Wonder why I haven't seen it. Oh my gosh, look at that. I
Oh,
haven't
wow,
seen
yeah, check that out. Yeah, hold that out. That's cool.
I don't even know if you guys can see it, but it looks awesome. Oh no, not in that view.
Watch again.
Look at a wall. You go, Hannah. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was cool. I like how it dips down at the end.
That looks so good. I'm jealous. I love it. That's beautiful. Nice job.
We should do something like that.
Yeah. Now I got to do something like
steal
that.
that idea.
Inspired by.
Oh, inspired by. That's right.
Yeah, I was doing what Christian was doing, the little P-Touch labels. Karen says she uses the P-Touch labels on hers too. Oh, she said that she's using that, but they're not sticking.
Oh, to what? The bottles?
Christian says time to level up the paint display in the studio.
Yes.
And Anthony, the doctor's back.
Emergency surgery. Trouble at the ER.
Yes, white paint. Interesting, Alan. Alan wants to know, are you going to paint the sides white? Because Garrett talked about that.
Yeah.
How am I going to handle that right now? I don't think you have enough time for that. It's
Yeah,
5
I got
o'clock.
time.
I got time.
Time's on my side, Kim.
Well, if you spray painted it, you'd have to wait for them to dry. If you roll it, you're going to need like 10 coats on there.
Mo contraire, mo frere. You're talking old one coat Garrett here.
No, Ingrid, the oh, you mean use something, she could use something like that? Maybe. Hannah, you could use, whoa, you could use thermal labels and a thermal label printer.
Oh yeah, those stick a lot better.
That's a pretty good idea. Mariah said, I love these ideas, but I know myself, it'd be chaos in no time. Yeah, like Garrett never puts, like you're never going to see him put a paint bottle back.
Nope. No time.
Yeah, no time.
Gotta move on. Here, do you want to start gluing and I'll paint the
Yes.
sides, or you want to start painting the sides?
I'm not painting the sides. I think they're going to have to stay black just so that they have a
You
3D look.
microtip it. You think so?
Yeah. Uh-oh, I dropped an S.
Oh, stop.
And look at the tiniest little micro tip he's using. It's so funny.
What S is this? It's that S. It's on sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Who's done with their shopping? I told you I've only done one present.
I'm pretty much done.
Yeah? What are you getting me? You only buy one present.
I can't tell you. Wait till Christmas. Jeez. That's why I don't shop early.
Because I'm always looking for the gifts.
I'm always catch you sneaking around the house with your keys.
That was my sister. We never had a Christmas where anything was a surprise.
That was Emma.
Oh, that was Emma?
Emma would always go looking for the surprise.
I would tell her, don't show me. I want to be surprised. Remember that clue game you wanted? You got it.
You got it.
And the Rubik's Cube. You got a Rubik's Cube. You know that's a forever ago. But it's true. That's a true story. Clue game and Rubik's Cube all in the same Christmas.
I don't remember getting board games for Christmas.
I can't imagine you did. When are you going to sit down and play a board game?
Yeah, I was just thinking, I don't think I had a lot of board games in my house. I wasn't an inside person.
All right, moving on. What's happening in the chat? Scott says his 130 watt is my Christmas present.
Ooh, 130 watt.
Ooh. So now you're going to be 2 lasers deep, right? You'll be able to use, well, what do you got? 3. You have the We Create, I know.
Yeah.
And you've
He's got
got
that Omtech.
a smaller
What
Omtech.
is it, the 80 watt?
And then you'll have this one.
Then he's got the F1.
Yeah. You're going to be killing it next year.
Now he needs to hire some people to run them.
Sames. Need more people. We were just doing a little, you know, for you master tier patrons, we were just doing a little conversation around, all right, what jobs are manual jobs that we're doing? Which ones
can be outsourced?
Yeah.
Or
What could somebody else do for us?
so we made a matrix.
And one of the things we talked about is maybe somebody to, well, we know we need somebody to do shipping, somebody to do production. So Tanner is in one of those. Somebody to do video editing, that would be nice. And then somebody to do run the printers. Oh, look at sprinkles is all one word, you guys. Look at that. That's
well,
so
except
nice.
for the S. I didn't notice until just now that the S
wasn't connected.
Yeah.
Well, I am super stoked that it is even all one word. I'll do the S separately. And cake is all one word. This is so great. I thought they were all letters, so nice job.
Yeah, you are welcome.
And frosting, oh, close. Frosting is broken up into FR. O is separate, and then STING. Yeah. That still makes me happy. Oh, nope, the G is separate. They're pretty close. How's that coming over there?
Pretty good.
It's looking not so great, which is what I said.
It's coat number 1.
Nobody has time for coat number 10. I think if you wanted to do the sides, you would do, yeah, spray paint them. But I don't think that you have the time to, oh. I was thinking, did I put my bottle of glue way over there? I don't think you have time to spray them today and get them dry. How's the power situation in the shop at Scott Hamill? Right.
Oh.
Are you going to be able to run everything? Because we certainly have been there.
Yeah. We were playing leapfrog with 110s. We had to run 220s for all of them. And then we've been trying to figure out what's actually running off all these 110s.
Mariah says, I'd love to outsource a bow cutter. Well, I'll tell you, with Marcella, who's doing the painting for us, that is something. Hey, don't get crazy. You're covering up your cake there, Slick Rick. Look at what you're doing. Here, you want a Q-tip to kind of clean that edge?
Nope, I got it.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
Well, I hope so, because I don't see the Q-tips. They're here, though, somewhere. Oh, here they are.
Maybe I shouldn't have started the sides. I'm in too deep.
That's what I was thinking. Just spray paint them next time. Now you'll know.
Well, if we don't glue them down, I can
Like
lay
fix
them
it.
face down and spray them.
But you can put the transfers on. They can kind of see what it looks like, and then you can fix that later. Oh, look, a lot of these are joined too. That's nice.
Yeah, I could probably get them a little closer.
Ooh, look at that.
You love it when they're connected.
I know, it's very exciting.
Ooh, I got a threefer.
Very exciting. And wear your little borders.
Yeah. Stop. It's a good time.
I know that this is a late Christmas design. Don't worry, next Test Cut Tuesday is going to be more of a January winter design. We've got some more winter ones coming. I just really wanted to get this one done.
These cakes. Just got cake on the brain.
I do. Cake and Christmas cookies and all kinds of goodies.
And Turkish delight.
Are those half-inch trees? They are half-inch trees.
The cakes are half-inch. The trees
Yes.
gotta be half-inch.
Oh, you needed to make it the same thickness?
Yeah. I'll fix this part too.
Lois says, I found an electric razor in the bottom of my mom's closet. When I asked her about it, she said, that was your Christmas gift last year. I couldn't find it.
Done that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I know I put something away the other day. I don't even remember what it is now. Something really small. Oh, I do. Then I thought to myself, it's like a stocking stuffer. And I was like, oh, I'll save this and put it in somebody's stocking. And I know I'm going to forget it when it comes time to put all the stocking stuff
Remember when
out.
we made Courtney that jewelry
Yes.
and then we forgot it? We
Yes.
found it under the bed the next year when we went to hide stuff underneath the bed.
Cool. That looks good.
All right. Want to put the transfers on?
I don't know.
What don't you know?
I don't know. I mean, they're kind of wet, right? No. We got a little look, guys. Look at his hands. He's a mess.
This is paint. A little paint never killed no one. Except that one lady from James Bond Goldfinger.
Yeah, Christian says you need to dip the trees in paint.
Yes. Dip them.
Lois says I was 10 when you got the electric razor. That's funny. Such a cute sign brings back memories. I know. Oh, Mariah says I'm going to have my husband 3D print the trees for her. Yes, I would love to see it. Mariah, when you get that done, if you do that one, definitely show me because that's what I want to use the 3D printer for. If we get the 3D printer, which is on my Kim and Garrett Christmas list, I want to make some 3D printed accents that we could add to signs. Linda says it's so fun to be here today and see what everyone's up to. Maybe I'll take every Tuesday off work. It's a good idea. I mean, I would. Is this file for sale? I love it. Yes, Cindy, we'll make sure he gets it out there. I don't think you've already posted it, right? Were you really trying to test cut this?
This is seriously a test cut. This was like,
well,
it came off the laser 15 minutes before we went live.
and
While we were still messing with network issues.
trying to get the network, get internet access again. Okay, so I'm thinking we're going to take the back off, and you should
Oh, we're getting crazy?
lay it on there.
We'll laze it right on there.
We'll lace it right on there.
Laze.
All right, do you need me to do it because you've got
What?
sticky fingers?
They're the stickiest. Well, I'll do one.
Can you guys see it? It's so hard to see the transfers. I've got them upside down. They're face down on the...
Inside out. Round and round.
Nope.
Oh,
Do you need me to do it? You got shaky hands.
you got shaky hands.
I don't have shaky hands. You have shaky hands.
All right, how's that look?
That looks good.
Does it?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Do you want me to cut here? I think...
No, we'll put them
Here.
all down, right?
I don't think so. I think you better, like, do them each one.
thought we were going to lay them down.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm probably wreaking havoc on this. All right, new plan.
All right, I'm just going to rub it down. I'm going to slap it up. I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to rub it down.
Here, do you want your little smoother tool to make sure it's really down?
No, my thumbs are like my built-in smoother tool. I came built with smoother tools.
Now, you should feel it start to release, like the top layer, the transfer layer on top, kind of release from the transfer, and that way, you know, it should hopefully peel up nice and easy. It's the edges that are hard to do, because you've really got to make those edges stay down. And it is the exact same size, right?
Yep, I learned.
Yeah, at
We
one
got
point.
feedback.
Yeah, at one point we had it with what do you call it? Like
Bleed.
a bleed on it. Yes, thank you. Oh, put it down.
I didn't rub out the branches. Woo, I got hot. That's how hard I rub.
Wow.
That's how smooth my smoothing tools are. Child, look at that. That was way easier than trying to draw inside the lines.
All right, can you hold it? Yeah, oh, great, thank you. I was.
At least we waited till we took the top sheet off to try to.
Well, I thought I would do it all at one time, but I could see that it was going to be hard to like really give a good press on it. Oh, you're going this way. Now you tell me which way is easier.
Well, I think it was this way. This way seemed to be faster. You want to lay this one down? Show me your skills there. Oh, put it on a blank one.
All right, what's your vote? Does it go this way or on top? You know what? It was good that you were moving the table while I was doing it. That was like an added level of difficulty.
Yeah. You're no noob. I need to challenge you.
Alan says, my brother found a Reese's peanut butter cup in his stocking one year. My parents looked at each other and said, we didn't put those in your stocking this year.
Santa's real.
That's what they should have said. I'm sure it was from a previous year. How's it going?
Boo, done. How's it going over there?
Boom, working on it.
Boom, still working on it.
Just want to make sure the edges are down.
Boom goes the dynamite.
There you go. Look at
There we
that. All right, so as I look at this, you guys, I'm sure you're all thinking the same thing. What color should the backer be? Because it shouldn't be white. You can't.
Oh, it should probably be like off-white.
I
can't see these guys.
I guess so.
Can
We
you
should have
see?
made the backer modified tube sock so that the white trees pop white.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling what you're saying.
That's a good idea. Lori suggested using a brayer to roll the stickers on.
Got a built-in brayer.
How much for the door hanger? How much would I charge for this door hanger? It would still be $55.
Yeah.
I'm saving, the ink is not that much, and I'm saving time painting them. I wouldn't charge any more, and I wouldn't charge any less because there's a lot of letters to put on. Made the back wood grain. Oh. All right, I'm going to need you to see that version.
I mean, why didn't we think of that?
I love that idea. Why didn't we think of that?
We're the wood grain wonder couple.
Yeah, you're a day late and $1 short, hog dog.
Shh. The next one, though. Next one's wood grain.
Mariah says maybe they need a bigger, bolder black outline so that they pop more.
Yep, I can do that. That's easy. think a little bit of both.
138 watching. Yes, if you're watching, give us a quick thumbs up before we wrap this thing up. Kim Lance said, go way off script, black backer with a dusting of glitter and use modified tube sock for the trim, ring, and everything will pop off.
I'm going to need to see that one. That sounds like it's its own challenge.
Well,
oh, and I tried to keep this one so that we could shrink it to 10-inch.
Yes, that was another one. Yeah, he thought would be good for a 10-inch version.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, glue them on. Are you going to keep working on the...
I'm going to take them out right now, lay them face down, and spray paint the edges.
So that the sides of the trees are... Because they're just looking...
They're looking rough.
They're looking like a sloppy mess right now. Well, pick it up and show them.
I didn't want to... I don't know why I'm doing it this way. It must be a head injury. I am about out of time. I have to go get some tacos tonight.
Jen wants to know why you put the holes in it.
Oh. Because it looked boring.
Because he wanted a design on there, but he didn't want to place them individual,
Yeah,
so
I
he
didn't
cut
wanna
them
put
out.
them
I
there.
also had that same thought, but I
You
wasn't.
don't like them in there? I mean, you could put
He was
little
getting stressed
LEDs
this
back
afternoon,
here.
so I didn't
This is a
rattle
late
the trees.
design. This is, and if you go to our story, you'll see what I started with. So, this is my interpretation.
Christian said holes are for ventilation.
That's right. When the wind blows now, it won't get caught like a wind sail. A wind sail.
I'd love to buy the stickers for the 3 paint names. For the paint names. Hannah wants the stickers. You mentioned it.
We
I
should
mean, I
make
guess you could
stickers.
just make the file and put it out there if anybody
Yeah.
else wants it. You
Uh-huh.
could
Well,
offer it.
We could offer like the transfers, put them up as stickers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
So, December challenge, I guess we're going with the ornaments. I saw most of the votes for ornaments. So, if you have one or some of the ornaments that you've done your version of, I'm sure you've painted them at this point. If you've cut them, I mean.
We got these.
Just use a picture you've already done, submit it with hashtag FoxyHughesCC, and we'll do a drawing, colorway challenge drawing for December. And then we'll really be back on it in January. We'll get it together.
So I think there's 6 if you get them from our
I think
website.
there's 7.
But I think there's 9 on
Oh.
Patreon.
Oh, 9 on
Some
Patreon.
of those that I couldn't really put up on the website are on Patreon. You know, the Green Monster Christmas guy.
Right, they're not for sale in the store.
We don't sell that stuff.
No. And calls for this month. Thank you, Ingrid. You're on it. Next Wednesday, not tomorrow, but next Wednesday is the Made It Tier call, and the Wednesday after is the Master It Tier call. As of now, we're having both calls. I don't see any holiday things that are, I don't know, what's the date?
Oh, it's like the 18th. We're good.
Okay. So we will have both calls. So join us. The Made It Tier call is really just to chat, get to know each
Hang
other,
out,
know
see what we're up to, see what you're up to.
meet some of the other hangers, see what they're up to, and
Celebrate
Master a Tier
wins.
call. I've got some topics for you, so I'm looking forward to sharing that
Oh yeah,
too.
master it. Yeah, we got some good topics. This one is a little bit about how to use AI for your business.
That is not the topic I was going with, but we can go
Oh.
with that topic. I do like that.
I have that topic locked and loaded.
Okay, we'll go for it. I'll save mine for January.
All right, sounds good.
And
What
we
time
will
is it?
see you on Friday. Yeah, it's 5:18. You
Oh,
can wrap it
I
up.
am about out of time. It is 1/4 beakers o'clock, and I gotta go. You gotta go. Let's go get some tacos, and I will see you on Friday.
Oh, you should have had your enchilada shirt on. I saw you fold
Oh,
it
I
this
had
morning.
it this morning.
Yeah.
I had it in my hand, and I put it down. Oh, I put it down to bring the thing out to the car
Bye.
before I knocked myself out.